About a year and a half ago, I made a video about the disgusting and inappropriate behavior of YouTuber Caleb Hammer. Among the many things mentioned, the worst by far, were the group text messages of Caleb saying he found a 16-year-old boy hot and wanting to know if he was gay so he could hook up with him. Things got worse from there when Caleb asked for the name of a 17-year-old boy in an Instagram picture of one of the group chats he was in. Once he was told the name of the kid, Caleb commented that he wanted to stick his in a hole of his. Any hole will do. When the group chat members told Caleb how gross that was, he decided to double down and said he would shove his right down his throat where it belongs. For those who didn't see the last video, none of these are allegations against Caleb Hammer. I reached out to Caleb for comment about these text messages, to which he replied that they were taken very out of context. So Caleb admits to saying all of this. As to what context is appropriate for a grown man to want to hook up with a 16-year-old boy, I'm not really sure, since he never responded after that. Despite Caleb's own admission that he said these things, no one seemed to care, and his own audience came to my channel and defended his terrible behavior. What makes this situation even weirder is that just a few weeks ago, Caleb had a guest on the show who made some incredibly inappropriate comments about the age of the women he was attracted to.
So you're a gooner, you go for the colleges. I mean, the younger the better, right? No. I would say, in fact, I would say no.
Biologically, when they're most fertile. Come on, Caleb.
Oh,
Come on, man.
If you look at the comments on that video, Caleb's own audience is talking about how disgusting this man is, and that the FBI and Chris Hansen both need to look into this guy. When it comes to Caleb's comments about wanting to hook up with a 16-year-old boy, though, nothing but crickets from his fans. Amazing how hypocritical people become when you say something negative about a celebrity they actually like. Caleb Hammer is by far one of the worst individuals on all of YouTube, and because his own fans rally behind his perverted behavior, he doesn't feel he's done anything wrong, and has only doubled down on this type of vile behavior in the year and a half since I last covered him. In this video, we're going to break down everything I've discovered about him since that time. In 2025, Caleb started live streaming regularly on his YouTube channel as well as Twitch. This turned out to be a huge mistake for him, since in normal videos, his editors can edit out the worst of what he says, but in live streams, it's all there for everyone to see. The best example of this was over the summer when Caleb's employee, known as Bitch Brandon, that's what Caleb calls his own employee, by the way, Brandon decided to live stream on Twitch, playing games that mostly kids play. Caleb thought this was funny, so he hopped on his official Twitch account and started making jokes about Brandon being attracted to children. First, he stated that Brandon's kink is 12-year-olds, and then later stated that Brandon wants 10K to be pegged, but will take 10K to peg a 12-year-old. Making pedo jokes about your own employees from your official Twitch account is an incredibly disgusting thing to do. For those wondering if that was actually Caleb Hammer, we know it was, since Twitch banned his account after people reported those comments. But don't worry, Twitch doesn't actually care, and they unbanned him just one day later. In a later live stream, after it became clear he was going to get banned on Twitch again, he commented about his first ban for his pedo jokes.
And I know they're going to give me more than a one-day ban now because I had that other ban for being a little stupid in my friend's chat. Oh, I just got banned on Twitch.
I wouldn't say that making pedo jokes is just being a little stupid, as Caleb puts it. Most people understand that type of behavior is incredibly disgusting and don't make jokes about that, but Caleb is a big fan of pedo jokes, so it's fun and games to him. Now that clip I just showed was from a different live stream where Caleb again showed how stupid he truly is and decided to scroll through Twitter on stream with no nudity filter turned on.
Opinion forever without any alternative perspective, and then that is their entire permanent worldview forever. They do need to go outside. The same thing happens on the other side, guys. Brands and ads and agencies and whatever, organizations, businesses, they don't, do not get me. Oh, come on. It's like my second week of streaming. What is happening?
Now that one you can just chalk up to a mistake, but you would think someone with millions of subscribers and years of making business content would know not to do something so stupid. YouTube never gave him a ban for that, by the way. If I or any smaller channel accidentally showed nudity on a live stream, my channel would get permanently banned, but once you start making enough money for YouTube, they look the other way and don't care what you do, as long as you keep making them millions. After multiple live stream bans, you would think someone would understand they need to start making better choices about what they do on live streams. But is that what Caleb did? Of course not. Caleb Hammer is an idiot. On one live stream, Caleb decided it was time to take it to the next level and start committing illegal acts right on stream. Caleb's audience requested that he react to a TikToker named Bradley on a budget who lives an extremely frugal life to pay off his over $100K in debt from going to culinary school. Bradley, who is openly gay, takes many extreme steps to save money and make money, and one of the ways he makes money is by selling adult content on OnlyFans. Caleb decided to purchase his OnlyFans and make fun of the guy's adult content live on the air to his audience. Bradley made a video responding to Caleb's video, so I'll show you a clip of that.
I guess this is the part where the OF part comes in, so.
Oh, what is he posting? I need to know. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck, here we go. Fucking...
Mind you, this was a live stream, so other people were watching him doing this in the moment. This isn't just him doing this for fun on his own. He is broadcasting this. I joined OF 6 years ago because I was desperate. It's like you're making a joke out of something that some people have to do to make money. To turn someone doing what they do to make money into a joke for you to make money, to make content like this in front of people watching this as well just feels really wrong.
Let's keep going. Oh, there's the dick. There's... Needed to bust my huge 9-day out of my talk. Enjoy some dirty talk role play.
Mind you, this is all behind a paywall. No one has access to this unless you pay for the subscription. So it feels even more invasive for the fact that he has subscribed just to be like explaining things and describing things and going through the details of what he sees, I think is so unbelievably wrong.
Now, it's one thing to just describe what is in an OnlyFans video, but Caleb took it a step further and multiple times played audio of Bradley climaxing and having intercourse to his audience live on stream.
Butthole exposed, unshowered for 7 days. Asshole. Just climax. Okay, very good.
Isn't that unbelievable? That's unbelievable. I would never do this to someone. This is just this says everything I need to know about him.
Okay, that's enough of this.
Right there. Right there. You could hear the bed creaking and there's, which I don't even know if I can say that word on here. How he was able to upload this to YouTube and his page is shocking to me, saying that this feels like what you're doing is pushing. And then someone replied saying, this video should probably at least be age restricted because you're literally talking about this stuff. But he also put the audio in this video, which I agree, if someone under the age of 18 heard that or even saw him talking this way, his response to those comments was, I have enough money to retire, I'm just working for fun now. That comment tells me everything I need to know about this person.
Now that is 100% illegal. You cannot play audio of someone's paywalled adult content to your live stream of viewers who did not pay for that content. Bradley 100% has a claim to sue Caleb for what he did. That's on top of it being against YouTube's terms of service to put sexually explicit content in your videos or live streams. Everyone that was watching that live stream was exposed to X-rated audio without their consent, and it's quite possible that children were exposed to this as well. Unlike Caleb's previous clip, where he accidentally showed boobs on screen, this was 100% done on purpose and breaks multiple YouTube rules and laws by doing so. Was Caleb ever punished by YouTube for live streaming this? Of course not. Once you make enough money for the platform, they don't care what you do. In this next section, we're going to go over a number of members-only videos that Caleb has since deleted to hide some of his horrible and possibly illegal actions. Now, unlike Caleb, who isn't very bright, I know that I can't actually show video or audio of these clips since they have always been paywalled content, but I can describe what is in them. And I have saved copies of the video as evidence if Caleb does ever decide to sue me. There are also websites like Caleb Scammer, which have cataloged all of Caleb's content, including deleted videos, so Caleb deleting these videos hasn't prevented them from being circulated and showing what a terrible person he truly is.
I don't pay for mine. Why are you paying, guy? It's so dumb. And also, there are sites where you can see what's behind the paywall for free.
Many of these clips have ended up on the Creepy Caleb Hammer subreddit. The clips of Caleb possibly committing a crime were quickly deleted by Caleb's legal team to try and prevent people from realizing what a disgusting human being he truly is. But you can see from the comments just how gross these clips actually were. As Caleb has threatened to sue me in the past, I have to take all precautions, and I reached out to Caleb's legal team for comment about the clips we're about to talk about. No response was given, but oddly enough, all the videos I mentioned in my emails suddenly disappeared, and any trace of them have been wiped from Caleb's channel. I'm sure that was just a coincidence though, and Caleb definitely isn't trying to hide his horrible behavior from being exposed. Now the first video in question was a 12-hour-long subathon Caleb Hammer did back in March. The subathon video itself no longer exists, but Caleb's team forgot to wipe all traces of the video from his channel, as the subathon trailer can still be seen on his page, but you can't watch the video unless you're a channel member. Most of the subathon is pretty boring up until the end of the video when Caleb's entire staff decided to participate in a roast of Caleb Hammer. At the end of the roast, Caleb got on stage and decided it was time to make some of the most inappropriate and assault jokes you've ever heard. Caleb targeted his employee bitch Brandon and went on a tirade saying that Brandon, a womanizer and a woman beater, you're basically Chris Brown if he let himself go and developed diabetes. The only thing fatter than your gut are the bruises you've left on your exes. Honestly, Brandon, you're collecting amazing sales for the company. Of course, it's not as impressive as the amount of kits connected to your name. But what the audience might not know is you've got a lot of tattoo ink on your body. I can't tell if it's because you're a cool person or if your body is an obituary page of all your beaten to death exes. It's important to note that of the 15 or so employees that were there for the roast, no one laughed at any of the jokes. Even Caleb's own employees knew how disgusting and over the top it was for their boss to make these comments about one of his own employees. I think this is a big reason why the subathon was deleted from his channel, because he doesn't want channel members to see just how disgusting and revolting he truly is. Now the next clip I'm going to talk about, Caleb deleted, in my opinion, to hide illegal activity. This clip requires a little context before I talk about the actual clip though. Back in February, a young lady who went on a date with Caleb that had a horrible experience posted about him on the Creepy Caleb subreddit. Caleb made jokes about kidnapping and murdering her, and requested her to take a bath for him so he could watch her in the tub. On his own subreddit, he responded to her allegations, confirming most of it, while also completely trashing her. What's most interesting is the way he started his rant, though. Caleb states that, here we go with the over-sensationalism that we can't seem to get rid of since 2020. But this is why my creator friends privately recommended I get consent recorded. And we live in a single-party consent recording state, so after the insanity of last year, guess what? I did. That line about recording consent is interesting because in a previous post-show video, Caleb made a startling confession that he records sexual acts in his house. This took place in the post-show for the episode titled Financial Audit's Most Toxic Couple. In the clip, the couple admits to Caleb that they filmed themselves having sex, to which Caleb gets grossed out by, and then Caleb's producer, Lindsay, asks Caleb, "You don't film yourself?" To which Caleb responds, "It's actually been on security cam a few times, home security." Now, this response of Caleb admitting to recording sexual acts on his home security after he made a post telling everyone he records consent led a lot of people to believe that Caleb Hammer is recording the women he has sex with without their knowledge on hidden cameras around his house. Multiple people who have been to his home have confirmed he has multiple cameras around his house, and Caleb even confirms it in his post as well. I reached out to Caleb's legal team to ask if that's what he's doing, because if it is, that's 100% illegal. Living in a one-party consent state allows you to record conversations. It does not allow you to record sex acts without permission of all parties. For whatever reason, a lot of influencers in the red pill community have been telling guys that you can record sex without a woman's consent, and this is legal when it 100% is not. If anyone does this, it's breaking several laws, and another YouTube creator, Jack Denmo, who tried to do this, was recently convicted of sexual assault. Needless to say, these are very serious allegations. After I reached out to Caleb Hammer's legal team, I noticed that the post-show that had this clip has now been erased from Caleb's YouTube channel, and his lawyer went to extra lengths of having the Reddit video post that showed the clip taken down as well. Caleb Hammer's team is going to extreme lengths to make sure that no one ever sees this clip. Now, Caleb, or his legal team, could have easily denied this claim when I reached out for comment, but they never did. In fact, everything that I've said in this video I provided to Caleb's team, and they did not respond with a denial to a single thing in this video. The Creepy Caleb Hammer subreddit has attracted a lot of followers over the past few years. Many people who dislike Caleb, but also a lot of former fans of his. On his main subreddit, you won't find any criticism of him because you immediately get banned if you even give constructive criticism. This has helped the Snark subreddit to grow quickly and has many posts from former guests who despise the way they were treated by Caleb. Several female guests have shown screenshots of their text messages where Caleb used his influence to try and date them, and then if they turn him down, he makes it clear to them they can't talk about him negatively because they signed a waiver. This kind of behavior is really gross, but the most disgusting story on the subreddit comes from a former roommate of Caleb back in college. Now, anyone can make up a story on the internet, but when asked for proof that he used to be roommates with Caleb, the poster showed an email for a lease renewal with Caleb Hammer's full name on it. Caleb Hammer's team got the post removed since it showed his middle name, and somehow that's private information, so the Redditor had to re-upload it with that info removed. So I believe that the information provided is accurate, or Caleb's legal team wouldn't have taken the time to get it removed. During an AMA, one person asked him if he ever saw Caleb do any evil shit, to which he replied, "Nothing evil that I've seen, but definitely some unhinged shit." When we interviewed him to move in with us, he told us he likes to diddle dudes. Should have been our first red flag. He was pressed further and said that one of the most unhinged things he saw Caleb do was he smeared his own shit in the bathroom when he moved out. When asked for more details, he said, "So here's the long story. I went out of town to visit some family, and he was supposed to take care of my dog. He was moving out like 12 hours before I got back, not due to a fight, he was just moving on. And when I got back, I found my dog laying in her own piss in her kennel, where she had clearly been for at least a couple days. I washed her up, cleaned the kennel, but it still stank throughout the house. So I went upstairs to check his space out, and before I even turned my head to look in the bathroom, I knew exactly what I was going to see, which was his own shit smeared all over the shower. I went down to the leasing office and told them I wasn't cleaning it, and they needed to hire someone ASAP. The cleaning crew told me it was the most disgusting thing they'd ever seen." When I spoke to another of Caleb's roommates in the video I did on him last year, I heard this story as well, so I do believe this is true. Smearing your own shit in the bathroom to piss off your ex-roommates is one of the most vile things I've ever heard someone do, and if true, just shows Caleb has been a disgusting human long before success on YouTube. Again, I reached out for comment from his legal team, and they never denied the claim to me. Now, a lot of the information in this video has already been known for close to 2 years at this point. Why anyone would want to associate with a man who makes comments about wanting to hook up with a 16 and 17-year-old boy is beyond me, but Caleb has continued to only grow on YouTube. Just recently, he was signed by a major Hollywood studio, creative artist agency, to represent him. However, they have a long history of dropping celebrities when scandals break. Considering Caleb's past and continuing behavior, I don't think he'll last there very long. Caleb recently had Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer on the show, and before she appeared on the show, I reached out to her team and told them everything in this video, and she still decided to go on the show. So I guess she's in favor of all the disgusting behavior shown in this video. The right also seems to love Caleb as well. Brett Cooper recently made a video about him titled, "The left hates Caleb because he's right." No, Brett, people hate Caleb because he's a disgusting human being that has confirmed he's attracted to 16-year-old boys. Brett loves to cover current topics, so maybe she can do a follow-up video defending Caleb. Again, she could title it, "Why Caleb Hammer Liking 16-Year-Olds is Based." I really don't understand why so many people would want to associate with such a horrible human being, but I guess many people just don't have any real morals these days. Chris Brown is another great example. Despite beating Rihanna to a bloody pulp, he still makes millions a year from the songs people buy, and lots of women pay thousands of dollars to get to attend meet and greets just to see him. If some celebrity provides entertainment to people's lives, most people will look the other way and excuse all their horrible behavior because ultimately, most people are hypocrites and don't care what their idols do as long as the entertainment continues. Now finally, I want to end on the fact that Caleb Hammer doesn't actually care about helping people on his channel, and you can see that to be true by the sponsorships he gladly takes. Caleb loves to yell at people on the show for making stupid purchases and going into debt for the most ludicrous reasons, but then he turns around and happily tells his own audience to go into debt for an absurd reason, all just to push a stupid cash advance program.
Okay, let's be honest. Waiting for payday feels like watching paint dry on your last dollar. But with Step's new early pay feature, you don't have to wait. With early pay, you can get access to up to $250 before payday and bridge the gap for when life happens. And whether you're covering rent, need gas money, or decide last minute to see your favorite band live, Step's got you covered.
For those
of you that are Caleb Hammer fans, you know that if a guest ever came on the show and told Caleb they took a cash advance to go to a concert, he would lose his mind. If Caleb was shown the clip of anyone else saying that, he would make a 10-minute speech about how stupid it is, but when Caleb Hammer does it, somehow it's a-okay to push a cash advance app to his audience. The guy is a hypocrite, a disgusting human being, and an absolute grifter. I really have no idea why anyone would continue to watch him after everything I showed you today.